Hi everybody, I'm back. Today's video has been brought to you by Buzzing Lights. Buzzing Lights, they'll make you crazy. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, how are you guys? It's been a few weeks. Are you figuring things out? Are you getting a routine down, finding things to do? I mean, I'm doing okay. I got my sweet Ford over there. I've been reading a lot more. I've also just been taking this time to really look deep down inside and seeing who I am as a person and figuring out how I can grow and learn from all of this. And I've been playing card games with Iron Man. What? Yeah, I know. We'll play a game later. I have to do a video. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you guys because I've heard some people wondering about when we're going to be able to go back to church. And I mean, it's been a while, and it's probably going to be a little while longer before we can. And that has me wondering, how are we supposed to be the church if we can't go to church? I mean, how are we supposed to church if the church building isn't even open? How are we going to do Easter if we can't come to church? Is this the end? We need answers, and for that we need to look at the very first church in the Bible. But first, I need to test your church history knowledge. Hello everyone, and welcome to everyone's favorite at-home game show, Guess That Church. I'm Smiley Loner, and I'll be your host for today. Behind me there are 4 pictures. One of these pictures is actually of the very first church. Your job is to figure out if you can see which one that is. I'm gonna put 5 seconds on the clock. Here we go. And time's up. 5 seconds is not a lot of time, is it? Let's see how you did. All right, if you chose option A, I'm sorry, you are incorrect. If you chose option D, you are also incorrect. If you chose option B, that's right, you are incorrect. So that means if you chose option C, congratulations, you are also incorrect. That's right, none of these pictures were actually of the very first church. Well, that's all the time we have for today. I'm Smiley Loner saying see you next time. Okay guys, sorry for pranking you so hard back there, but I really wanted to prove a point. Normally when we think of church, we think of a building, we think of a place to go, but that isn't exactly correct. Church isn't a place. Church actually refers to a group of people, the people of God as a community. It has nothing to do with the building. I mean, look at the very first Christians. There's no picture of their very first church building because there wasn't one. I mean, they would meet at the Jewish temple to pray, and they would meet at other people's houses, but they didn't have a church building that they went to every Sunday morning. So how did they church? Because they're one of the best examples of church that you're ever gonna find. So let's see. Let's go to my cozy corner and find out. Hello everyone. Welcome to my cozy corner. This is where I read to you in my cozy corner in my quiet, cozy reading voice. Today I shall be reading to you a story about the very first church. This has been taken from Acts 2, Acts 3, and Acts 4 from the Bible. Let's begin. After Jesus went back to heaven, the disciples began teaching others about him. Those people believed in Jesus and told others about him. Then those people believed in Jesus and told other people about him, and so on and so on. Soon there was a large number of believers. We call this group the church. They spent their time praying together, sharing meals, praising God, and learning from the disciples. They also cared for those in need. They shared everything they had, and I mean everything. They sold land and valuables, then gave that money to the needy. They organized a system to get food to people who needed it. They showed love in all of their actions, and because of that, people saw what they were doing and began to believe in Jesus. The Bible says that even every day, more and more people became followers of Jesus and joined the first church. I hope you enjoyed that story as much as I did, but let's discuss what we just heard. And we're back in the discussion corner. So let's talk a little bit about that. When we read Acts 2, 3, and 4, we really see examples of how the first believers were a church without a church building. I mean, they showed us that church isn't about where you go. It's about who you worship and what you do. Now, I'm not trying to say that Sunday morning isn't important. Meeting here at church is very important. It's a time to pray. It's a time to praise and sing songs with other people and encourage each other and learn more about the Bible. What I am saying is if you think church only happens on Sunday morning, you are missing the point. We don't go to church. We are the church. And as a very wise woman once told me, going to church doesn't make you a Christian any more than going to McDonald's makes you a hamburger. Shout out to Jane Jepson on that one. So, I know that this is a very weird time, but it doesn't mean we stop being the church. We can still be praising God and praying and showing love to others. It's just a little more challenging right now because, we can't leave our house or go talk to people or whatever. But that doesn't stop us. I mean, look at the Apostle Paul. He spent most of his life, well, a good chunk of his life at least, in prison or under house arrest, and he was still able to write most of our New Testament, send letters to churches, and continue teaching people about Jesus. I mean, that's amazing. As Paul once said himself, when we're churching, we don't need no stinking building. Okay, he didn't actually say that, but it's true. We're going to be the church whether we meet here on Sunday morning or not. So talk with your family. What are some different things that you guys can do while being at home and the church? So if you think about it right now, just staying home and making sure you're not making other people sick, I mean, that's kind of showing God's love right there, isn't it? That's one way we can show that we're the church. I mean, it's a weird time, but I also think it's a great time to show the world exactly what God's love means and how we can show that to other people. So I'll be back Friday. I have some ideas that you guys can do to be the church from the safety of your own home, and I'm going to be showing you exactly what First Christian is doing to continue being a church in this crazy time. So in the meantime, keep having faith, keep praying, keep washing your hands, and I'll see you guys on Friday. I have to go play Go Fish with Iron Man.